Greetings, Earthians. It is time once again to turn your mental energies toward the infinity of the speed of thought. Travel beyond the edge of the known into the realm of weird science fantasy. The ship streaked silently across the endless abyss of space, and within its instrument-lined belly the men sat, or moved about, or slept, or talked, or were silent, or laughed, or sometimes even cried. Well, what's eating you, Donalds?
I don't know. I'm sick, I guess. It's been worse and worse ever since we left that last planet we charted.
Ha! Donald says he's sick? That's a laugh. Oh, lay off him, Gelston. You can see he's doubling up in pain. Where does it hurt, kid? Down low? Maybe it's appendicitis. Doc Stadlin would love that. He says we're so disgustingly healthy, he's got nothing to do but shoot white mice full of bacteria samples he's picked up.
No, it's not my appendix, Miller. It couldn't be. I had that out when I was a kid.
Well, look, Donalds, there's no use you suffering like this. Why not go see the doc? There's nothing wrong with him, Miller. He eats like a horse. If you ask me, he's trying to goof off the rocket tube scraping detail. Nobody asked you, Gelston. I'm not trying to goof off anything. You think I like feeling like this? Okay. Don't lose your temper. I was only kidding. Come on, you two, break it up. It's a long hitch. Let's keep it peaceful.
Attention. Crew of Shift 2, mess compartment now ready for you.
That's us. Let's go. Feel like eating, Donalds?
I'm starved.
The ship hurtled like a cold silver meteor through the infinite gulf of darkness. And within its gadget-cluttered ribcage, the men sat, or stood about, or talked quietly among themselves.
How long have you been having these pains, Donalds? For about 2 months now, Doc. Ever since we took off from X-15. That's the planet we charted back in January. That last one. Oh, yes. Well, you could have an ulcer, Donalds. Do these pains usually occur after you eat? No, sir. They start getting bad just before chow time. Before, eh? I see. Well, I'll want to perform some tests to make sure, Donalds. But I think I know what you've got. Is it bad, Doc? I mean, we'll get rid of it for you. Don't worry about a thing. Be back at 1500 and we'll start those tests. Sorry, sir. We've got a landing scheduled for 1500. X-19. The magnetic wave radar tells us it's a whopper. 4 times the size of Earth.
The ship shot like a gleaming bullet over the star-studded void. Within its apparatus-jammed chest cavity, the men moved swiftly to their stations. X-19 loomed up before them, green and shining in a sea of ebony. Gyro control, stand by to reverse ship. Power plant, stand by for letdown blasting. The gleaming bullet-shaped man-made meteor turned as it screamed toward the huge unexplored planet known only by its code name X-19. The ship turned as a child's balloon turns in a carnival wind.
Direction reversed.
Entering grav field. Anti-grav thrust. Calculated at 509. Power plant, let down. Blast setting 509. The ship plunged, tail first, toward the surface of the alien sphere. Then, like an angry monster, The ship spit flame and sparks and blew smoke at the planet rushing up toward it. The spitting, roaring metal dragon slowed in its downward tail-first fall, as if the planet were suddenly afraid and had hesitated in its eager advance upward. The ship was down, bumping gently to rest amid clouds of rocket exhaust, standing proudly like a warrior stands over his vanquished foe. And the men peered from the ports in the warrior's armor, and some swore, and some laughed, and some doubled up in pain.
This one looks like it could sustain some forms of animal life.
Fragigorm. More bems to blast. Donalds, you alright?
Okay. Let me alone.
The ship's intercom speakers blared.
Crew of Shift 2 will dress in spacesuits and proceed to airlock.
That's us. Let's go. Feel up to it, Donalds?
I'll be okay, I said.
Dr. Statland handed Donalds a chocolate bar.
Here, eat this. It'll make the pains go away for a while. Thanks, Doc. Just what is it I've got? We'll have a talk about it when we get back, Donalds. Going along with us to pick up some more of your bacteria samples? Yes. You see, I've got some theories about using alien planets' bacteria the way we use antibiotics. But it will take years of study.
Attention, Crew 2. No need for oxygen and space helmets. Geo Control has just tested the atmosphere and found it breathable.
The men of Crew 2 crowded into the airlock, and the inner door clanged shut behind them. Then the outer door opened, and ladder rungs telescoped out from the ship's side. They climbed down to the soft green terrain of the alien planet.
Well, thank goodness. One thing I can't stand is being cooped up in a space helmet.
Whew. The air here may be okay for breathing, but it sure stinks.
They moved off from the ship, these explorers from Earth, halfway across the galaxy. Donalds walked beside Dr. Statland.
You were right, Doctor. That chocolate bar did the trick. The pains have stopped. You'll find that your pains will always subside when you've eaten.
They moved through the rancid, foul air, listening to the sounds of this strange world. They heard the distant rumble, like thunder, and turned to see.
Good Lord!
What in blazes is it?
The ship! My God!
It came from the opposite horizon, beyond the ship. It towered like a mountain, tall and hideous and alien. It thundered across the terrain, vibrating the very ground upon which the explorers stood. And as it moved, it reached down its ugly appendages, plucked clods of the greenery, and stuffed them into its awful, nightmarish mouth. It probably never even saw the ship.
Crushed!
Like a matchbox.
Run! It's coming this way! The men scattered like when a drop of mercury falls from a height upon a flat surface. The revolting colossus kept coming, reaching down, pulling up the vegetation, and everything that came with it. Donalds! That's Catlin! Oh, Lord! They were tossed like breadcrumbs into the monster's hideous mouth. The Earthmen. They struggled helplessly as they were drenched in a downpour of viscous saliva.
Doc, we're being eaten alive!
Lord help us!
They were crushed and pushed and rammed back into the mountainous creature's foul-smelling gullet, and they tumbled headlong into a slimy darkness.
We're being swallowed!
They lay in the tunnel-like vitals of the alien colossus for what seemed like hours, waiting for death to come and rescue them from this oozing, fetid prison.
We're not going to die, Doc. We're gonna stay alive in here. Doc, help me. The pain! I've got no candy bar, Donalds. I got nothing to feed you.
A swirl of digestive juices and saliva and the monster's latest pluckings cascaded toward them through the black of their catacombic entrapment. Doc Statlin reached out and grabbed a small sphere, not unlike an orange, as it floated by.
Here, eat this. Doc, how could I? It's awful. Eat it or starve to death, you fool. We may be here a long time. This creature's got what you've got. What I've got? I don't understand. I was pretty sure. I just wanted to make a few tests to find out for certain. Those pains you've been getting before mealtime gave me the clue. When I eat, I feel better. When this creature we're in eats, it's going to feel better too. Because we're going to get hungry a lot more often than it. And we're going to have to force it to eat, so we can too. Force it by inflicting pain on the insides. You mean I've got something inside me that gives me these pains so I'll eat because the thing inside me is hungry? Exactly. I was going to ask you to bear up under those pains for 2 whole days. Not eat a morsel of food. Starve the thing inside you until it's dried up and desperate. Then I was going to ask you to drink whiskey. That's an old-fashioned remedy for killing a tapeworm. Tapeworm? Yes, a tapeworm. You've got yours, and this creature has us. We're its tapeworms now, and I pray our pain inflictions work, and it supplies us the food we need. I pray it doesn't know any alien old-fashioned remedies.
Once again, we return you to your pre-scheduled mundanity.